All right, folks, we are back with another match here in the Action Palace Amateur Team Cup 2. This is a Scotch doubles match, Scotch doubles 8-ball. This is Matt Gregg and Christian Walters for Team 8-ball Scholars versus Chris Bradlee and Tracvon Miles. Tracvon just came off that match, beating Bob the Turk. Get Team Scotty Doesn't Know to 8 match wins in this race to 11 format. The defending champions, 8-ball Scholars out of Dayton, Ohio, trying to do a comeback here. I am your commentator for this match, professional trick shot artist Brian Superman Pauly. Big thank you to the Mosses for inviting me to do commentary on this event. Done every match except for a couple. I'd like to thank my friend Robert Sears from the Columbus area for the couple matches he did commentary on. It kind of made sense. He's more ingrained with the Columbus players. I grew up with more of the Dayton players, but I do play a lot in Columbus area too, so I know some of these Columbus players. And this has been a great event, and we got Team Scotty Doesn't Know winning the lag. They've won a lot of lags in this event, and they get to break and rack number 1. All right, Trayvon going with the second ball break. Great spread, but I don't know if he made a ball. Did he? It's like he made a stripe. Yep, so him and Chris are going to talk this over. Everything's fairly wide open here. Yep, feels like we're going to go with stripes here. All right, so might want to save that 9-ball for a little bit later because it's blocking the 6. But I don't know if he's going to go for this combination here. Now, if he pocketed the 9 here, he might be able to get a better angle to get just the 14, but it looks like he's going for the combo. Yeah, just mishit it a little bit. All right, time for the team of Gregg and Walters to come up, shooting the solids. Yeah, looks like he's doing the 2 on the side first, and then he can materialize a shape from there. Actually, it looks like the 1 ball on the side, not the 9 on the side. So that makes sense why Tracvon didn't shoot that shot. Yep, trying to see which balls they want to do next. Looks like all the solid balls have a pocket. Nothing's really tied up. Nothing's really blocking anything. Yep, good position shot there. So it looks like he's shooting 3 next. So let's see what ball he has him planned afterwards. He might be able to just stop it right there for the 7 in the lower left-hand pocket or come off the rail. But I think they're wanting to do those 7 in the lower left. Okay, he didn't do that. So he came out far enough. He might be able to do the 7-4 combo. I think if he would have rolled the cue ball out further, he could have played the 6 on the side. Now, I don't know if he can hit the 5 from here. If he can pass the 7, he can possibly pocket the 5 in the lower right past the 15, but I don't know if that goes from the angle I'm seeing. Oh, looks like they're going for the combo. They're taking their time. This is opening rack. And also Team 8 Ball Scholars breaks next rack. So, uh-oh. Missed that. And then the stripe balls are pretty much wide open right now. 8 ball got a little funny with the 4 ball being right there, but 8 ball will still go in the left side pocket and maybe even the top left corner. So as long as they leave the right ball for last, they should be fine. And they're figuring out what they want to do first. Yeah, probably shoot the 9 in this corner up there. Yeah, good shot. Went rail first. Comes around perfectly for the stripe in the top left. Yeah, ideally, if you can leave either the 15 or the 12 last before the 8 ball, those balls will give you good shape to get on the 8 ball to make it in the side pocket. Fifteen's in a tricky spot though too, because it only goes in like 2 or 3 pockets. Well, 3 pockets. There you go. Good shot on the 11. So pocket the 11 in the bottom left. I would say probably roll up for the 10 in the bottom right. Yep, that's what Tracvon's talking about. If he can get on over to the 15 on the right angle, you can kind of just stun it over for the 8 in the side. May not have had the best angle on that 10, but I think it's enough angle on it that Tracvon can get Chris in the right spot. All right, Trayvon taking his time, making sure he has everything correct here. This is their break, so they definitely want to try to get a win off of their break. Because they don't want to lose this match and then have Matt and Christian come back and try to win a game on their break. Okay, he went a little too far than what he wanted. So it all goes back to that Scotch doubles phrase we all know, right? I made mine. So I have a feeling they might try a safety here, but it's tough where they have 4 balls left on the table. 3 of them are fairly wide open, so it'll be tough to try to get a safety on these balls. It's doable, but not easy. All right, here we go. Are we going for a safe or are we going for a shot? He's calling it. He's banking it. Yep. Look at this. Look at this. And man, came out smelling like roses. Came back around, got a breakout, got a shot on the 8. That was awesome. All right. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is to take a 1-rack-to-nothing lead in this Scotch doubles 8-ball match. I'd like to thank the sponsors of this event. That would be Action Palace, the host venue, Absolute Billiard Service. These guys are great table mechanics. It's a company owned by Josh Ebert out of Dayton. I have used these guys multiple times, and they have yet to disappoint, and I don't think they ever will. Crave Cure Kitchen. Looking forward to patronizing that establishment, seeing what type of food they got there. Action Life YouTube channel, which is where you're watching this at. All of the Action Palace board matches and future Team Cup events will be at this location. This is where you're going to be able to watch them. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, click the notifications bell so you know when the matches are uploaded. And if there's any live action, you'll get a notification that that's happening. And obviously the Mosses, Shannon and Andre, for all the work that they've done putting all this stuff together. Matt just crushed this rack, but unfortunately, nothing fell. Reminds me of that line from Pool Hall Junkies. Kid's got a sledgehammer break. So the 15, that's not 15, it's a 12 and the 3 in the lower left corner pocket. That's going to be interesting. I think the 3 ball can still be made. But of those 2 solids that are close to each other by the upper left hand corner pocket, looks like the 2 and the 4. 6 is in a interesting situation, but it can be still made in the upper left-hand corner. The stripe that's next to the 2 and 4, I think that's the 10. That's going to be interesting because I don't know if that passes. And then you got to see what's your good starting shot. I think the good starting shot is stripes right here. So I have a feeling they're going to do stripes. All right, so good shot. I think he might have been trying to bust that 10 out. I don't know. See if that passes. If it passes, I don't think it does. I think he might even be trying to play a safety here. Trying to block the pocket or possibly pocket the 2 ball. Yep. He's trying to leave that. Unless that was a stripe behind the solid. It actually looks like they're solids. That must have been 2 solids right there. Sometimes with how this camera setup is, you don't really get a chance to see if a lot of these are stripes or solids sometimes. So I didn't really know what he was trying there. He leaves the stripes wide open, except for that 12-3. That's going to be interesting to see how they negotiate that. Now they're going to take their time here. Use their break. So what they do not want to do is lose this rack for obvious reasons. You don't want to be down 2-0. But then it would be Chris and Trayvon's break next in rack number 3. So they got to make sure that they are on page of what they want to do here. And trying to play a little bit of a safety here. So only got one good shot here, and that's the 4 ball in that top right hand corner pocket. See what type of a breakout he can get on the 7. Looking good. Okay, I don't know if that 7 goes. It might. It's going to have to pound this pretty good, pocket the 7, and then kind of stun it off the rail. Get back out for the 6. Looks also we got the one ball there towards the top left, bottom left-hand corner. So it's got another ball to deal with here. Yep, it's going for the 7. It looks like he's going the 1 first. See how he's going to avoid hitting the 15, or maybe it goes into the 15. Yeah, good stun shot straight back. Alrighty, so now pocket the 6 ball. My guess he can just roll this in, kind of come off the side rail, and then you could have the 7 ball in the lower left pocket here. All right where he wants to be. This is just basically pocket the 7, the 8 ball hanging right there in the side. So this one you just gotta make sure you make the 7 ball. Don't worry about getting the shape, just pocket this ball. There he goes. Fired it in. 8 ball right there. Just float this in, and this is for a 2 racks to none lead. And this puts Chris Bradlee and Tracvon Miles also breaking in rack number 3. So they're pretty much in the driver's seat right now. While they're racking up, the Mosses have given me permission to kind of promote myself a little bit, since it's kind of a trade-off because I've been doing a lot of commentary on these matches. Like I said before, I'm a professional trick shot artist, so I have a YouTube channel as well. It is Superman Trick Shots. So each week of the month, I have a different themed trick shot video. So first week of the month is a different theme. Then the second week, then the third week, then the fourth week. So in a sense, it's 4 different video series every month. So it's every Tuesday, Superman Trick Shot Tuesday. That's what it's called. So I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel and click the notifications bell so you know when I post. It would really help me out. All right, Tracvon to break here. Hit the second ball break last time. Got a pretty good spread. So we'll see what happens here. All right. Oh, man. Cuba went right across the table. Right in the top left corner pocket. So, good opportunity for Matt and Christian here. Ball in hand. Both sets seem to be fairly wide open. It just depends on what do you think is the best starting shot. Talking it over right now. So they're playing BCA rules. So a scratch on the break and 8 ball is ball in hand. If they're playing VNEA rules, the scratch on the break would be cue ball in the kitchen. This looks like they're going to go for solids right here. So my guess is they're going to shoot the 6 in the top right hand corner pocket, then play for the 7 either pocketing the one in the side or going past the one in the side, or maybe make both of them in the side. Looks like they're doing the 6 in the top right and then go from there. Okay, good shot there. Right back out for the 7 ball. And ideally, if they can leave the 2 ball that's by the right side pocket as the last ball, it'll be the easiest ball to get shape on the 8 ball. All right, so I went for the 7 ball past. Okay. I don't think that's exactly what he was trying, or maybe it was, but he still has a shot on the 4 ball here. May have to shoot the 2 ball after the 4, depending on the position. If he shoots a stop shot on the 4, maybe just inches up just a little bit. You can do the 1 in the top left, the 5 in the bottom right, and then the 2 in the side, and then the 8 in bottom right. All right, so see what we're doing here. Okay. 1 ball's not the easiest shot. 5 ball's not the easiest shot. May have to shoot the 2 ball right here. All right, 2 ball here. Looks like he's going to stop it or draw it over just a hair. There you go. All right, they're getting kind of out of shape here. I mean, they're still makeable shots, but they're not making any easy on themselves. All right, so pocket the 5 in the bottom left, kind of stun either over to the rail and back out for the 1 in the side, or you can come down off the bottom rail here, or even 2 rails. A lot of different positional shots here. Yep, just stun over. Great shot. Back into a better position here. So pocket the 1 ball on the side and then just draw back a little bit for the 8 in the bottom right. And this is what you really need to do when your opponent breaks and breaks everything wide open and gives you ball in hand. Got to capitalize. And it's looking like what Matt and Christian are doing right now. They're capitalizing on the opportunity given to them. Okay, just kind of came over a little bit. Didn't maybe the angle was easier for him to do it this way. So now Christian just has to bear down, stay focused, and pocket this 8 ball to get back into this match with a score of 2-1. That's exactly what they did. Great table run for Matt and Christian. So that brings the match 2-1 in a race to 5. And that puts them breaking because this is rack number 4. So they have an opportunity now to get a win on their break and tie this match up. This is why alternating break has a lot of drama in it, a lot of close matches, which is what we as pool fans and spectators want to see. We want to see those hill matches. But those of us that have ever played in hill matches, we know they're not fun. They're very dramatic. A lot of anxiety. So, all right. So last time, I believe, when Matt broke, crushed the rack, but didn't make any balls. So we'll see what happens here. All right, here we go. Great break. Did he make anything? I'm thinking he did because I believe that's Christian at the table. Yep, Matt's coming over to him, so they're going to figure out what they want to do here. Doesn't have the best starter shot, but he can pocket this straight ball here. 2 and the 4 kind of together, but they're in a straight line, so the combo should be fairly easy. But everything else seems open. He's just got a very tough starter shot here. I'm saying it's maybe not tough, it's just tricky. There you go, just pocket it in. All right, so the 5 ball coming down here, it's not necessarily in the way, but you just got to be mindful of it when you're playing position. All right, good shot here. Ideally, you probably want to shoot the 9 ball before the 12 ball. That'll give you the easiest angle on that. They might be doing that now. Shoot the 11 ball, stop it, shoot the 9 ball, follow up, get the correct angle, then shoot the 12, and then maybe draw back off the rail, put the 11 ball in the bottom left-hand corner, and then the 8 ball on the side. That is one way to run it. I still think it's going to go 11, 9, 12 no matter what. Or they do it this way. Actually, yeah, now seeing the angle he has here, pocket this and then do the 11 on the side. Yep. I think you probably want to draw that back just a little bit, but 11, 9, 12 is definitely the correct order for those 3 balls. But yeah, I think he wanted to be a little bit more straight on this, so he's going to have to go opposite of where we were thinking. If he pockets the 12 in the bottom right, just you can figure out which ball he wants to do next, the 11 or the 9, and get position on it that way. Spun around. All right, he's in pretty decent shape here. I mean, ideally on the 11, if you wanted, you probably should go a little bit further to get straight on the 11, so it's just a stop shot on the 9. So you may have to go down to the top rail, one rail to come back for the 9. Unless he can kind of drag draw that cue ball over for the 9 in the bottom right. See what type of angle he's got here. He could stop it. That's a good shot there. So then it's just shoot the 9, stop it right there for the 8 in the side, and this would be a break and run for Matt Gregg and Christian Walters to tie this match up if they get these last 2 balls. Here we go. Just a good stop shot on the 9. There you go. 8 ball on the side for a break and run. In a sense, that's 2 table runs in a row. That's running the rack off on the scratch on the break last game, and then a break and run here. That's pretty strong. And that's what Team 8 Ball Scholars needs. Good shot there. Tie ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Coming into rack 5. We're going to have Chris Bradlee and Tracvon Miles breaking for Team Scotty Doesn't Know. All right, so Tracvon's going to be racking up here. So it looks like it's the two stronger of the players on each team that's going to be breaking with Tracvon and Matt Gregg. And why not? They've both been breaking really well, so stick with the winning formula. All right, now this is a very important rack in this match because whoever gets this one gets that one rack advantage. And ideally, Tracvon and Chris want to keep this because this is on their break. They just saw Matt and Christian break and run, so they don't want to get down to them after this because they just sat for two racks. Okay, good rack here. Made two stripes. See what type of balls we got tied up. Well, the balls really aren't tied up. The 15 and the 6 are really the closest ones as far as opposite suits, so to speak, using a card reference. But they both go. The 2 and the 4 is interesting, but can be maneuvered. So see if they can respond to Matt and Christian's break and run with a break and run of their own. Okay, shot the solid ball. So now it's like the 4 goes past the 7. Looks like they got the right angle for it now. If they make a couple balls here and get some right positions, they could come and definitely run this. Yep, good shot there. You almost want to shoot the 2 ball right now into the right side pocket because it's easier to get on the 7, getting from the 7 to the 2, depending on what you want to do with the 2. But ideally, you want to leave the 5, the 4, I'm sorry, the 3, the 5, and the 1 last if you can, because those are the 3 closest balls to the 8 ball, which is going to make your positions easier. There you go, stopped it. All right, so now shoot the 7 ball, and we'll see what he uses for position on these 3 solid balls down here. Could try to draw it down here, maybe for the 1 in the lower left, possibly come around 2, 3 rails for either the 1 in the bottom left or the 3 or the 5. So we'll see what he wants to do here position-wise. Yep, he's going to swing it around. All right, got a little short. I mean, the 3 ball's makeable, but it wasn't probably where he really wanted to be. And now shooting the 3 or even the 5 might could be moving some balls around. So see what happens here, which ball he goes for. And the stripes for Matt and Christian are fairly wide open. So this shot is missed. If Chris misses this shot, might leave Matt and Christian open here. So we'll see what happens. Good shot on the 3. Stunned it over perfectly. Look at this. All right. So now we got the 1 in the lower right. Just got to figure where we want to put the 5 ball. Because the 8 goes in either of the 2 bottom corner pockets. This is why you have to look a couple balls ahead. Now, it's coming over to where the cue ball is now. He does not want the cue ball to get behind the 13. If anything, he wants to hit the 13 to get that out of the way and stop the cue ball if he's going that route. Yep. Okay. Sitting okay for the 5 ball. Just pocket the 5 ball and just kind of float over or stun over, either way, for the 8 ball. And Chris kind of lining things up. Something's going on with the feed now. Okay, good shot. Went one rail. And Tavion has this to answer a break and run with a break and run. Nicely done. Score is now 3-2. And if you count that table run that Matt and Christian had, we have 3 straight runouts. That's pretty strong. All right, so this is going to be Matt Gregg and Christian Walters, their team. They're breaking. And they just got done breaking and running a rack, so they definitely have it in them. And they could use a break and run right now. Now being down 3-2 in this race to 5. If you're watching this match and you're liking this, especially after the 3 runouts, make sure you hit the thumbs up, hit the like button on this video. Helps the algorithm. All right, so Matt's been breaking pretty good. So let's see what type of love he gets here. All right, good break. That cue ball looked like it was tracking, but something kicked it. Nice break, good spread. All right, over under. Do we get 4 runouts in a row with 3 straight breaking runs? That would be cool. Just got to figure out what is the easier starting shot. Most balls have a pocket. The 13 over there on the right side is kind of blocked by the 5 ball up there, but it will come down here past the 9. If you didn't have the 8 ball blocking the 3 ball right there, solids might be the best pick. But now, seeing that the 3 ball where it's at, might want to shoot stripes out of this. But like it doesn't have the easiest shot either. At 15, I don't know if that's frozen. Might be able to shoot away from it and cut it in the side. So it looks like both stripes and solids, they both have their issues. So now you have to figure out which one they would want to do. But I would love to see a alternating break and run for the rest of the set. That would be awesome. As much as I do like the strategy that can be an 8 ball, I mean, everybody loves to watch packages being run, so. All right, so looks like we may be doing the, what is that? 10 ball? That's the 10 ball first. Problem is he's tree topped, so it's going to make that kind of funky. All right, he's swinging at it. And they're talking it over. And they got to be careful here because they don't want to miss. They just saw Chris and Tracvon breaking around the rack just like they did. So they don't want to leave them a wide open table because it's their break. Matt and Christian broke this. So if they mess up and leave Chris and Tracvon to break, to run out this rack, that puts them on the hill and then breaking, and they just watch them run out. So they're going to make sure they have everything right here. All right, so it looks like they are cutting the 15 in the side. Went for it and it just rattled out. All right, table is still open. And they have their pick. Does Chris and Tracvon. Obviously, the solid is the easiest starting shot, the 5 ball there in the top right. So the only really tricky ball out of this would probably be the 4 ball and the 3 ball. I mean, they both go, but just getting the position on them. Okay. So we could pocket the 7 ball. Either try to stop it right there or follow up off the top rail. Possibly shoot the 1 ball on the side next, because then that gives you the 4 ball in the top left. I'm sorry, top right. There you go. Just pulled it back. So now we can go 1 ball and then probably either 4-3-8 or 3-4-8. And that would to get them on the hill. And okay, so what angle he has here. Maybe it's just a slow roll or can he stun it? All right, it's just a slow roll. Okay. Some tricky angles here. Gotta figure out where they want to put the 8 ball. Looks like it goes in the left side pocket. So I would almost say you shoot the 3 ball first and then the 4 ball. Yep, just kind of stop it right there or slow roll it. Ooh, almost undercut that, but he got it. All right, so now I got to figure 8 ball is going to go either into the left side pocket or the upper left corner. Big shot here, so they're definitely going to take their time. This could get him on the hill. Yeah, being tree topped over a ball is kind of tricky. It's never fun. But that's why you got to practice it because it's always going to happen. Just like that, he fired that ball in. I think he probably wanted to bring that cue ball back a little further. because now he's going to have to back cut that 8 ball. And that's going to have to be perfect, too, because that 15 looks like it might be in the way a little bit. All right, he's calling it. Here we go. Oh, wow. So close. Okay. So now, Matt and Christian, a couple options here. They can go for the run out, which they've proven they can run out, or they kind of move some balls around, try to play a couple safeties, get ball in hand, get a more friendlier run out. But we'll see what they do here. What we could do is roll the cue ball right into the 14 and kind of go right behind the 14 and the 10, or 14 and the 12. Yeah, that's what he's doing. All right. Making him either kick at this, which would be a tough kick, or go for a jump shot. If it's me, obviously I'm going for the jump shot. All right, here we go. We're going airborne. Good look here. Ah, fouled on it. Okay. It looked like it was kind of close, too. So, ball in hand to Matt and Christian. So, do they try to play more safeties, move some things around, or they go for the run out with ball in hand? All right, they're going for the run out. Yep, this is what we call a roadmap. But this is you just got to stay focused, leave yourself easy shots on the right side of the ball to get position on the next ball. Other people say this is like playing tic tac toe. Yep, getting everything right where they need it to be. Good shot there. All right, here's the shot of the rack so far. There you go. Made it. Okay. Decent shape. 15 in the side. And you can go for either, my guess is either the 9 or the 12. All right, good and controlled. Alrighty, so see which one he's going to pick, either the 12 or the 9, because then after that, the next shot's the 11. Good shot. Came a little far. Ideally, you want to be almost straight in on the 11. Then you can roll up for the 13 and the 9, but he's still pretty in good shape here. You can hit this with high inside, kind of kill it and straighten up for that 13. Yep, just like that. Don't go in the pocket. Stay out of there. It's dark. Whew, wow, that was so close. Now, with it being hooked, can he see anything? He's bridging and getting down like he can make that 11. Nicely done. At that point, you just make the ball. Don't really do too much about position. And the same thing here with where the 8 ball is. This is just roll the 9 ball in. Shape is automatically there. Now, if you want to put some pace on this, if that's what you're comfortable with, then do it that way. Just do what you're comfortable here. Oh wow. Now the question is the 8 ball on the point? The 8 ball is on the point. This is going to be interesting. All right, so they called it aside. Yeah, they're going to play it safe here. Now it went. All right, so that puts Chris and Tracvon on the hill in this race to 5, and with the overall event already up 8-5. And it looks like they're breaking too. Yeah, this is rack 7. So they've already got one break and run. So this is definitely the time that they're wanting another break and run. All right, here we go. Been breaking good, so see what happens with this one. All right, good break. All right, see if anything marries up to each other. Well, it's not as open as I think they'd want it to be. 3 and the 10 is going to be interesting. 6 and the 10, 6 and the 1, kind of together. Some of the stripes up on the top. So I don't think this is going to be a run out rack. I think you might see some defense in this. And that's what I've said in previous videos about 8 ball. It's got a little bit of everything. You know, you got the defense of one pocket, you got the pattern play of straight pull. So see what happens here. This if they go for one and try to, pick a ball off here or there, or they play safe right off the bat. I think they're going to go solids here and then start playing safe. See what they do here. Yep. All right, good cut on the 6. Knock the 3 out, but not necessarily as open as I think they would wanted it to be. Which how many times does that happen in 8 ball? You get the breakout, or you think you get a breakout, and then it just goes right back to where it was before, or it marries up to a different ball. So I think they're not really gonna try an offensive shot. Maybe they might try to cut the 3 in the left side. All right, so Matt and Christian have an opportunity now at the table. So stripes are kind of open to an extent. A lot of balls have some pockets, but there are going to be some that position is going to be tricky. The safety is going to be better. So let's see if they start playing some defense as well. Oh, never mind. I look away for 1 second and they make a shot that I wasn't paying attention to. Of course, that's how it happens. Okay. Pocket the 3 ball. You could possibly, if you can draw back out to have the 2 in the bottom right, you're going to be sitting pretty good. But there's a lot of blocker balls there on the stripes you can get behind. So he's going to be very technical with this. Okay. Stay out of the side pocket. It's dark. Okay. 2 ball is not an easy shot here. With the 8 ball right in front. So he kind of overcooked that speed. So it's very going to be kind of tough to play safety too with all the wide open stripes. So see what he does here. Yeah, they're talking it over. I mean, I don't even know what you do here. I mean, you can cut the 2 ball to the right a little bit. You can try to go off the 10, maybe even off the 15 in the side. Or maybe you can just try to tie something up. I mean, you can almost shoot the 2 into the 8 close to the 15 to try to clog something up. Hey, try the shot I went for. Good shot. Okay. 8 ball on the bottom right for the match. Here we go. Ah, he's bridging over a ball like that. That's never fun. Ah, undercut it. Okay, so Matt and Christian got an opportunity here. So there's some run out possibilities here with where the 15 ball is. I have a feeling we might see some safeties maybe after the initial shot. If you shoot the 15 up in the top right, follow up, and then we can start either trying to move some balls around, play some safeties, or go for the full run out. I'd be shocked if they don't play at least as safe with the 15. Got some easier shots here, but again, we'll see what that 15 does. You can shoot the 9, you can shoot the 11. Good positional shots on balls after that. Yeah, this is big time for them right now. They cannot miss. Now, he could be trying to cut the 10 off the 15 to move the 15 out of the way and make the 10. Hopefully, if he misses, that the 10 marries up to the 8 or blocks the pocket. So here we go. Good shot. I don't know if he was trying off the 15 or not, but the important thing is he made the shot so they can keep going. All right, so I'm thinking pocket the 11, kind of stun out for the ball that's on the spot. I think that might be the 13. I'm not quite sure. Can't really see it very well right now. Yeah, they're talking this over too. Again, this is a huge rack. A lot going on here. Because if they miss and leave a shot on the 8, you got Tracvon shooting. He's pocketing balls really well today. So there's a lot of stress here. There's a lot of anxiety here, a lot of drama here, and we like it. Yes, looks like we're gonna pocket the 13 and the 11. Kind of stun over for the 14. Yeah, trying to give him an idea on the angle. If he can get over kind of to where he's, in a sense, back cutting the 14, cutting the 14 to the left, might be able to come over there with the right speed and angle and nudge the 15 out of the way off the point so they can go. That would be amazingly well played if they do it that way. All right, here we go. Let's see what type of shape he gets here. Okay, I don't know if he got the exact angle that he needs. See what happens. If he does, it's going to be a great shot. If not, then just play safe. Yep. Look at this safety. Great shot. Trayvon's been kicking really good. With the 15 ball being there, that makes that side pocket a lot bigger. So he could go 2 rails with this, connect with the 8, and make it off the 15. We'll see. Heck, you could almost go 3 rails in a sense, back cut the 8 back in, but I don't know if he wants to try that. All right, here we go. Good speed. Oh, wow. He was just inches away from possibly pocketing that and winning this match. Talking it over here. I'm seeing what type of safety they're going to come up with. Big decision here. Definitely going to take as much time as they need. Because now that 8 ball is a little further out. Yeah, looks like he's going for the pot here. Looks like he's going to try to make this. The 14 ball, and I think he can. But he comes around 2 rails. He's going to have to get the right spot on that 9 ball. Good shot. Does he get over here? Okay. It's got a shot on the 9. But that's 15 where it's at. I don't know if it goes in the side pocket from seeing the angle. But that's the trouble ball here. If anything, might try to clip the left side of the 9 ball just slowly and just enough to where the 9 ball then gets in front of the cue ball. Playing it safe that way. Yep. That's what I was thinking. And he hit that with the correct thickness on the 9 ball and the correct speed. Because what you don't want to have happen is try that and the cue ball bleeds out to where you can see the full 8 ball and potentially can pocket the 8 ball and win the match. So it looks like we are kicking at this. Or maybe even jumping. Depends on what they're comfortable with. All right, this is rack 7. So if Matt and Christian are able to win this match, or I should say win this game, that gets us to rack 8, and that puts them breaking. So they could potentially tie this matchup if they can win this game. All right, going for a kick here. Does he get it? Let's see what happens. Wow, look at this. Amazing. I have a feeling we're going to play some more safety here. Yep. I'd probably just clip the left side of the 9, kind of do the same thing, just different ways now. Instead of going lengthwise, you're going widthwise. All right, since we're going to be playing some defense here, we'll shout out all of our sponsors here and kind of go a little more in depth with them instead of just reading off their list. Our host of this event and the name, Action Palace. I've said this for multiple videos now, and I will continue to say this. Action Palace is one of the best pool rooms I've been in, and I have traveled the whole country, either for tournaments or exhibitions. It's one of the best pool rooms around, and we are so blessed to have it in the Dayton area. They got 7-foot tables, they got 9-foot tables, they got 2 heated carom tables, which a lot of places don't even have one. They have two, and they're heated. Those who know. And good people, they take care of their equipment. So, and they got TVs all over the place, so you can watch sports. But obviously, they got pool matches on. So, this is definitely a pool room. Absolute billiard service. I will never stop singing the praises of these guys. Just the work that they have done at my house, and like I've said at the Wilmington College. If I haven't said it in this video, definitely check out Wilmington College YouTube channel. These guys at Absolute Billiards helped with the restoration of their game room. Amazing job. There's some time lapse video there. Great safety shot here. But anyways, they do all of my cloth for my table here, and you can imagine for practicing jumps and masses, I go through cloth. So, and they've done all of the work at my house, done a great job. I cannot say enough good things about this. Josh Eber's team, top notch. Crave Cure Kitchen, looking forward to this. For those people who really know me, know that I am a very picky eater. My food spectrum is pretty narrow. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they have there. And besides, anything that the Mosses do is usually top notch. So looking forward to that. Action Life YouTube channel, where you're watching this at. Make sure to subscribe and click the notifications bell. Any of the future Team Cup events, and there will be more, and all the Action Palace board matches are going to be on this channel. So make sure you check that out and be ready when all the new stuff comes out. And also the Mosses. Cannot say thank you to them enough for all the stuff they do for Dayton Pool, for all the money matches that they set up, for all the Team Cup events. That's a lot of work, a lot of behind the scenes that just people don't see. So, got to give them their kudos all the time. They allowed me to come in and do commentary on these matches. They've allowed me to promote myself as well. So, big thank you to all of them. They're good people. I haven't said this story in a while, and we'll see if I have time to, because if he double banks this, the match is over. But if he doesn't make it, then you might have another safety coming up here. But I gotta tell a story of how Moss and I played a perfect match a number of years ago. All right, here you go. It's calling a double bank. So this is going to be interesting. He definitely doesn't want to hit the 15 and foul and then move that off the point. So here we go. Double bank shot for the match. Oh no, he's playing safe. Just clipped it. There we go. I have a feeling we're going to have some more safeties. All right, so here's my story with me and Moss. This was a number of years ago, and we were playing in a tournament, and it was race to two. It was loser break, and if it got hill, then you reflipped. So he flipped. He won the first flip. So he breaks, runs out. So now it's loser break. I come up. I break and run out. So neither one of us have missed a ball in the first two games. So then he wins the flip. So he breaks, makes a ball to establish, and then calls safe, but pockets one of his balls. He leaves me just enough room to make a ball, and then I ran out. So we played 3 games of pool, and neither one of us missed a ball. And we still talk about that to this day. Okay, so there is a couple safes they could do. They could hit the 9 and kind of keep the cue ball up there, keep the 8 ball close to the 15. There's a gutsy safe right here. You could clip the 15 and have the cue ball come down. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh, wow. Made the 9, tried to get the breakout and didn't get it. Wow. I don't know if the 15's frozen or not, or if they can go off the edge of it. Try and even leave them tough on the 8. I don't think you can go to the right of the 15, can you? Yes, you can. Wow. This is some high level safety play in 8 ball. But I still don't think the 15 ball is off the rail enough. In case if they get ball in hand to be able to pocket it. So if they get ball in hand here, I have a feeling that they're going to have to still play a safe on the 15. All right. Can he even see the 8? Or is he going to have to come off the top rail? He called safe. All right, so is he going to be able to clip it clean, or does he have to kick at it? Looks like he's kicking. Yep, spin in. Look at that shot. Went rail first, hit the 8, got the rail. 15's right on the point. Whew. This is going to be nuts. If that 15 is frozen, something else is going to have to hit the rail afterwards. Cue ball can, 8 ball can, but 15. Oof. Bet your Christian is happy Matt's shooting this shot. All right, here we go. See what they do. If the 15 is frozen, it's going to be pretty tough. But if there's a gap there, they can just kind of roll up on it, try to get on the right side of the 15 and put, in a sense, do the exact same safety shot. Yep, same shot. Nicely done. Mm. All right, so I think, yeah, he's calling the bank over there. Yeah, because I think they can hit the 8 ball. They just can't cut it in the top right. Where the 15 is, I still don't think that can go easily into the side pocket. Yeah, I don't know if he's calling the 8. I think he might be playing safe. Oh, no. Well, that 15 ball is probably in the one spot on the entire table that it may not be pocketable. There's one of those trick shots from back in the day. I don't know if you guys know it and if it's set up right, but you could actually compress this point and make the 15 in the side. But it has to be on the right point, on the right spot on the point to work. And I don't know if it's on that spot, and I don't know if they know that shot. Oh, it did go. I have a feeling Christian wanted to get a little further up for Matt. Matt's thinking like, really, dude? You got ball in hand, and that was straight up the rail. You couldn't get me straight in. Matt will probably make this. It's a good shot. Good shot. Great game. Great game right there. Lots of strategy. All right. Matt and Christian, one rack away from double hill. And it is going to be rack 8. They're breaking. They've already broken around one rack in this match. Now would be a heck of a time to do it again. Hope everybody's enjoying watching these matches. I have had a good time watching these and doing commentary on them, so hopefully you have enjoyed my commentary. If you enjoyed my commentary and you're interested in see what I do in the artistic pool world, you can definitely check out my YouTube channel. It is Superman Trick Shots. That's also my Instagram. So if you want to check out some of the stuff I do, that's where to find me. All right. Matt's last break of this match. See what happens. Okay. Good break. Did he make anything? Spread him up pretty good. 3 and the 15, no, 3 and the 12. Those definitely came together. Everything else is pretty wide open, so let's see if they can maneuver a breakout for those two balls. Yeah, broke dry. Crushed them, opened them up pretty good. His only saving grace was the 3 and the 12 going together. Because if those were wide open, they may not have shot again. Could have had another break and run. Definitely talking this over. Probably trying to figure which ball or which ball set leaves the best breakout for the 13 and the 12. I mean, 2 ball could probably do that. 4 and the 7 if you got the right spot. Let me go for it right now. Yep. All right, it got it. 3 ball passes now. I don't think he wanted to roll that far. I think he wanted the 6 to be more straight in for the 6 on the side, but we'll see. Yep, he's calling the 6 ball there. So he could just straight cut it, or with the 5 ball being there, that pocket becomes mighty big. All right, made it straight. Okay. 8 ball's got some balls around it, but it can go in either of the bottom corner pockets. Probably thinking to shoot the 3 ball here. Maybe take care of the 2 solids that are up by the spot. I think that's the 4 and the 7. Maybe leave the 5 last. All right, good shot on 3. Ooh, that 12 ball is getting interesting. So I don't think the 7 passes the 11 ball in the top left-hand corner. So he's got the 4 and the 7 left and the 5 and the 1. All right, so it looks like they're going for the 4. We'll see what they're playing for afterwards. Ooh, overcut it just a hair. All right. Now, with where that landed, 14 cannot go in the top right-hand corner. It can come down here off the 5 into the side. That's an option. But aside from that, aside from the 14, all the stripe balls are pretty much open right now. Okay. Trying to map out how they're going to run this. Huge opportunity for them. This is really could possibly give to Hill. Yeah, they're looking at that 14 off the 5. Are they going to try to shoot this right off the bat, or are they going to make a ball or two to then get on it? I think that's the big question here. They're definitely taking their time, and rightfully so. Because if they go for this 11 first, that opens up the top left-hand corner pocket for the 7 ball. So if they were to miss in this run out, they've pretty much eliminated one of the only trouble balls or blockers that they would have, that Chris and Tracvon would have. So they got to be very particular with how they're going to run this. Okay. Don't know what ball they're shooting for next, but it's probably going to have to be the 9 ball. Good stroke. Look at this. Oh man, if you only would have made that solid. Good stroke though to get that breakout. You can do it now if you can pocket the 12 ball. Hey, he's looking at it. Yep, come over there, bust those balls out. But hopefully he doesn't scratch because that's a possibility. Good shot, busted him out. Look at this. Great shot. Now, does that pass? Does that pass the 10? Might. He's got a couple other shots here. He can shoot the 13 in the top left. Shoot that stripe that's in the center of the table in the left side pocket. But it looks like it might pass the 10 down the bottom left. Good shot. Okay. Still kind of, quote, out of position a little bit. These 2 strike balls down here by the 8, those probably have the better angle to be pocketed. Ideally, you want to leave those last. He's still got the 13. Tough cut shot or bank shot if you start there. So he'd almost try to do these 2 stripes down by the 8. This is probably the big part in this match. Right here. Yeah, so they definitely got to take the time to figure out what they're going to do. Because aside from tying anything up, if they go for a shot and miss, and these guys from Columbus get a shot on a solid, might be over. Here we go. Great safety shot there. I mean, they only got one shot. Christian Tracvon really only have, well, two shots that they want to go offensive. Bank the one ball cross side, but that's a tight window there with the 10. Jump and make the 5. That's the really only options as far as offensive is concerned. All right, so we'll see what they do. All right, he's kicking. See if he calls a pocket. Or, actually looking at it, that one ball passes the 5. He can cut this all the way down to the top right-hand corner pocket. All right, here we go. See what he's going for. Okay. Good spot on the 15 as far as defense is concerned. Really can't do too much there offensive. Got the stripe up there. 13 ball. With the one ball block in the top left pocket, I don't think it's a scratch possibility. But anything's possible. All right, here we go. A tough shot here. All right, here we go. Good shot. Slow down, cue ball. Wow. All right. What does Christian do here? Does he try to cut the 15? Or does he try to bank it? Because I think they're at their point of no return now. I think they have to go offensive. Because I really don't see a safety here that's going to block all 3 of those solid balls. I mean, there is one, but it's I don't know if you can get to it. It'd be perfect if you did it. He's calling the bottom right corner pocket. And he also doesn't want to hit this to where the 8 ball goes in. But I think if he cuts the 15 correctly, 8 ball doesn't go in. I think that the cue ball hits the 8, but I don't think it makes the 8. He's looking at that now. He's looking at the tangent line. All right, here we go. Undercut. Oh, don't scratch. No. This might hurt. And I could see Christian kind of like hesitated while he was down. I think he should have got up, kind of recomposed himself, but can't think about it now. All right. Just pocket the 5 ball. Just don't get behind the 8. And as long as he gets on the 1 or the 7, things are going to be sitting pretty good here. Yep. Stop on the 1, make the 7, figure out which pocket you want the 8 ball to go in, get shape on there. Tell you what, if this is going to be the last game of this match, Matt Gregg and Christian Walters played a really good match here. This was back and forth, a lot of defense. It was good to watch. All right, I don't know how straight he is. If he's straight, he might just want to roll up and have the 8 ball on the bottom left. But he's queuing a little high, so it looks like he can follow forward. Yep, just like that. Tracvon has his pick. He can put it in the side or in the bottom left-hand corner. He's been pocketing balls pretty good, so I kind of fancy him to make this in either pocket he picks. And here we go. This is for 9 event points and a 5-3 match lead. And there it is. So congratulations to Team Scotty Doesn't Know, getting to 9 points. You've been watching the Action Palace Amateur Team Cup 2 on Action Life YouTube channel.